Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. To lose the same way every time, it's frustrating as hell.
Myles, how do you process? I know we're watching.
It's tough. That's all I can say.
Myles, when you look out there, you guys are a team in transition, obviously. There's so many young guys out there.
So for Shedeur Sanders, I'm going to just tell you, if he come in here and guys is magically open, he listen, he literally is legendary then. Because I'm looking at his offense, looking at the limitations with the offense, the staff.
Breaking news from Cleveland. Myles Garrett is speaking out against head coach Kevin Stefanski, expressing frustration over the team's repeated losses and what he calls Stefanski's negligence in not having Shedeur Sanders on the roster. Garrett, visibly upset, criticized the offensive play calling, especially with Dillon Gabriel at quarterback. He mentioned how draining it is to lose in the same way over and over. With tensions rising, many are wondering if Stefanski's time with the Browns is coming to an end. Could we be witnessing the beginning of a coaching change in Cleveland?
They got in chunk formation. They chipped. He got the ball out, as quick as possible. And there weren't a lot of situations in which, even if I was running, that I could have got there. So I think that was a situation for all of us.
Myles Garrett further elaborated on his frustration, pointing out that the Browns keep losing to teams in exactly the same fashion, with no adjustments or improvements being made. He emphasized how the defensive line continuously shuts them down, leaving their quarterback helpless. Garrett noted that Dillon Gabriel seemed to throw passes based on assumptions rather than awareness, expecting receivers to be in spots they never reached. His comments were seen as a subtle jab at both Gabriel's execution and Stefanski's offensive strategy. With visible tension building inside the locker room, it's becoming clear that if Stefanski can't regain control, his tenure may soon end. Myles Garrett's frustration seems justified, as Dillon Gabriel never truly settled into the game. As the match wore on, his performance began to deteriorate. His accuracy slipped, and throws that were once on target started drifting off course. While he did manage to throw 2 touchdowns in the first half, when it came time to seal the win, Gabriel couldn't step up. His struggles with size and positioning on the field became more apparent as the pressure mounted, making it increasingly difficult for him to lead the Browns to a successful finish. As the game progressed, Gabriel's issues only intensified. His fumbles became a serious problem, costing the Browns valuable possessions at critical moments. The Steelers' imposing defense made matters worse, consistently collapsing the pocket and leaving Gabriel visibly shaken. With the pressure mounting, he struggled to regain any rhythm, and many of his passes fell short when the team needed him the most. His inability to perform under duress highlighted the growing gap between the expectations and his execution. Now, all eyes are on Stefanski, with many questioning why Dillon Gabriel is failing to lead the team, especially since he was Stefanski's choice as the starting quarterback. The concern is legitimate, given that Gabriel received the majority of the reps, while Shedeur Sanders was relegated to the second and third teams. Browns insiders are growing increasingly frustrated, as the current game plan seems ineffective. With the team struggling to even pose a threat to their opponents, there's a rising sense that Stefanski's decisions are failing to deliver results on the field.
He's threatened the defense deep.
This is who Kevin wanted, though. That's the thing. Like, this is Kevin's guy. I get so frustrated watching it because, a lot of times we feel like, they're trying to stick a, square peg into a round hole and all this stuff.
Now, the call for Shedeur Sanders to start is growing louder. Even respected journalist Mary Kay Cabot has thrown her support behind Sanders, especially after watching Gabriel struggle against the Steelers. Cabot took to social media to make a bold statement, calling Sanders the best passer in the game right now. She went further, suggesting that if the Browns gave Sanders a real chance, he would truly shine. Cabot praised Sanders' accuracy, drawing comparisons to Josh Allen, but emphasized his raw talent as what really makes him stand out. Her remarks have only fueled the belief that Sanders could be the answer to fixing the Browns' struggling offense. Myles Garrett, who has been outspoken in his criticism of Stefanski, has also praised Shedeur Sanders for his unwavering dedication and work ethic. Garrett emphasized Sanders' commitment to the team, pointing out that it's rare to see a player consistently arrive at the facility before anyone else and stay long after the others have left. What's more, Sanders has taken the initiative to visit the coach's offices, seeking advice on how he can improve and stand out. For Garrett, this kind of dedication is what sets Sanders apart, especially at the quarterback position, where leadership and hard work are essential.
What's impressed you the most on how he's approached the game?
The time he takes, showing up early. Coach's office is easily seen when you walk in the building, and almost every morning you see him in there, talking through plays, talking through schemes with coach, and making sure that he's ready for his moment when he gets called up. And I appreciate that.
Myles Garrett further expressed his deep admiration for Shedeur Sanders, emphasizing how much he values the young quarterback's relentless effort and dedication. He firmly believes that Sanders has earned the respect he's receiving based on the hard work he's put in. Garrett highlighted the maturity Sanders has shown, noting that it's the kind of quality every player should strive for. For Garrett, it's important to recognize and appreciate this maturity, as it reflects a level of commitment to the game that is rare and deserving of celebration. Jerry Jeudy has also added his voice to the ongoing quarterback controversy, criticizing Stefanski's handling of the situation. In a bold statement, Jeudy fully backed Shedeur Sanders, calling out Stefanski for his mismanagement of the quarterback position. He openly questioned the Browns' reluctance to name Sanders as the starting quarterback, especially now that Joe Flacco is no longer in the equation. Jeudy's remarks highlight the increasing frustration within the team, as many are left wondering why Sanders hasn't been given the opportunity to take charge and lead the offense.
I won't say a waste of time, I don't know what that was, we would have connected more, it'll give us a better chance of winning games. So, of course, I wish all those plays connected, but, it's football. It's not going to be perfect all the time.
The tension surrounding the Cleveland Browns quarterback situation has reached a boiling point, with key players like Myles Garrett and Jerry Jeudy publicly expressing their frustration. Garrett's support for Shedeur Sanders highlights the young quarterback's dedication, work ethic, and leadership qualities, which are being overshadowed by Stefanski's questionable decisions. While Garrett believes Sanders has earned a shot at starting, Jeudy has also voiced his confusion over the continued reluctance to make the change, especially with Joe Flacco no longer in the picture. The growing unrest within the locker room is palpable, and it's becoming clear that the pressure is mounting on Coach Stefanski to address the situation before it spirals further. With players, fans, and insiders all calling for Sanders to take the reins, it's evident that the Browns' offensive struggles could continue until this issue is resolved. If Stefanski cannot navigate this growing divide and make the right decision at quarterback, his time in Cleveland may be nearing an end. The future of the Browns' offense depends on whether they choose to embrace the potential of Shedeur Sanders and finally give him the opportunity to lead. What do you think, Browns fans? Is it time for Shedeur Sanders to take over as the starting quarterback? Do you believe Coach Stefanski is mishandling the situation? Or is there something we're missing? With Myles Garrett and Jerry Jeudy both voicing their concerns, it's clear that the locker room is divided. Can Stefanski regain control, or is the pressure too much to bear? Should the Browns stick with Dillon Gabriel, or does Sanders have the talent to turn things around? We want to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.